Testing. Are we working? I think we're working. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the developer live stream. Oh boy, I just like peaked. Okay, 1 second there. All right, we're gonna get the audio squared away. We're gonna get this working. But what's up, everybody? This is Ash. Welcome to the Season 6 developer live stream featuring me and Chaos. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun today. Gonna go through the Season 6 updates and preview to the world what we've been working on. We've got... Let's see. I think it'd be important for me to specify this right away. Yeah, I know we're releasing tomorrow, but there are still some certain things that we're kind of pushing to get done. So don't be shocked if there's like an image missing here and there and stuff like that. I think the plan for today is we're gonna run through the classes, kind of give like a very brief thing, kind of like we did with Season 5. We will also show off some of the newer features that are gonna happen for this season, and yeah, try to give everybody a good idea of where we're going. I realize the music's still playing. That's probably too loud. Yeah, I'm good at this. So yeah, let's do it. Would you guys like to talk to Chaos? Let's bring Chaos on. Welcome to the stream,
everyone.
Chaos.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. It's nice to be here once again.
Another developer stream. I think the developer stream last time went quite well, so I'm excited to see how this one goes. But...
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It did well on YouTube as well, actually.
Yep.
I think we have to do a quick fix here, Ash, because I believe our voices are quite low comparison to music and game sound, so we might want to up that a little bit. Can people in the chat confirm, or?
I have lowered the music to almost nothing.
Oh,
so
okay. And our voices should be fine.
Yeah, we should be good now. I've been messing with the levels this whole time, so.
Everyone can tell we're professional streamers, right?
Yes, so. Very professional. Very, very professional at the streaming thing.
All right, perfect. It's good to be here. I'm so excited.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to mention real quick before we get going today, Verbrin is not going to be here today. It's just going to be me and Chaos. So when we're going through the classes, there might be some questions that we will not have an answer for, but we will try our best. So ask away anyway.
Exactly.
So.
That's
all right, let's actually look at the server, huh, and look at things. Let's switch her over. What's up, everybody? Welcome to
actually being in game.
Yeah, this is actually the seasonal server we're looking at right here. You're just not here yet, but yeah. Welcome to the newness. Oh, also we're showing off our new. Well, the costumes aren't new, right, Chaos? You can talk more to all this stuff, but.
Yeah, well, this is just a demonstration of the upcoming Halloween event that's tomorrow, starting tomorrow, both Babel and seasonal. And aside from the actual event, there is temporary available premiums, such as the free new Halloween pets exclusive to PTU, and the Halloween costumes as they are every year in the shop. So that's a little fun thing. But that's not why you guys are here, so
we gotta take this opportunity to advertise, but
that is true, definitely. I mean, they look so cute, and they're dancing. I mean, look at that. They're so nice.
Exactly.
Yeah, I believe we're gonna start off with the beginning, and the beginning is where you're actually supposed to log into a level 1 new character, Ash.
I'm supposed to log into a level 1 new character?
Yeah, that's step 1. So maybe you want to hop over.
I was not made aware of this. Let me do that real quick. Be right back, everybody.
Directly show them the new feature.
Gotcha.
Wrong button. Wrong
button.
I
accidentally replayed the trailer to cut out our voices. Sorry, everybody. Professional today. Professional. Okay. Restarting the game. Is there a particular class you had planned for me during this?
No, it's really about the demonstration of the help guide pop-up at login, and you can show them the all the new help features that we added for people that have never played this game before or haven't played for like 15 years or 20 even. So
sweet. Let me make sure I don't this.
And hello Lexa, hello Hatter, I can see you there, Dennis, Valkyrie, hello everyone, Fampy, Johnny, Ivan, welcome.
So for this test, I'm gonna roll a random die here and see what class it gives me. Oh, it's mech. Oh, what a surprise. Okay, we're gonna make him a level 1 mech real quick.
Ah, Alkibali tells us that he hasn't been playing for 19 years. So
19 years.
this is definitely something you need for season. So
Many of us were there. Many of us were there when we even came to this server.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I'm switching over again, everybody. This is a brand new character. I literally just logged in. The transitions are a little failing, but just deal with the jump cuts. But welcome to the new beginner guide. So many of you in this chat probably won't need this, but for newer people, or like Chaos said, people coming back, we've added some beginner tips. Chaos, do you want to explain in further detail? Do I have it on my
Well,
screen, or
you have it on your screen. Yeah, exactly. So for whoever is a veteran and doesn't want to read any of those or doesn't want the pop-ups to appear, because these will pop up at certain levels, you can click the disable tips button. But this is definitely something that will help newer players or people that just want to learn more about the game. But go ahead and close that window, and you will see that the little any icon will stay on the screen. You can move it around if you think it's annoying, but that will keep popping up new images once you level up. I guess you can just do a command level up 3 or 2, whatever it is.
no? Will that work even with the?
That should
Okay.
work. That should trigger. Yeah, for sure. Just give it a try.
Oh, there it is. Oh, because I moved it down there, it went off screen. There we go. There, I'm level 2. That's a sexy disable button, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
As we said, this is definitely for new players or people that haven't played for a long time, because it really helps with the and even if you disabled it, you don't have to worry. You can always find it on the little minimap icon on the right bottom side of the screen. There's currently 3 of the same images because they're placeholder images, but those will be buttons for the help guides, for the pet system, and for the premium shop. So you can easily access everything. They're keybinded as well, but this is a good reminder for people that they exist. Yeah, go ahead and press H. Ash, close this window and go over to
Well, I
the actual
could,
album.
but the first thing I need to do is actually need to ban Ike in the chat because he
Oh, okay.
said
What's
the
happening?
horrible thing. He said green, red, blue for pots.
Oh,
And
what?
as we all know, that is not an acceptable potion system.
RGB is the only order you can use for
exactly.
potions, everyone.
But yeah, no, we were talking about the disable button too on this thing, and when the whole idea of this thing coming out was going to be made, I was like, it doesn't have a disable button. I'm going to lose it. So we're good. We're good, everybody. There is a disable button, but it is really going to be important because just think of how many people show up to the Discord on almost like at least every other day who are like, I don't know how to do this very basic function, and this should hopefully solve a lot of those problems. Okay, moving on. You said H. Oh, we'll hit that. Okay, cool. Where are we going from here, Chaos? Can we skip the good part?
Can we skip to the good part? Oh, that's rude. That's rude.
Now we're gonna go slower.
Just show them H, and then they will know that they can open up the guide menu and look around and browse all the different types of guides that we added. These are like completely new made images by Verbrun, and I believe he did a very good job explaining a lot of the features of the game. Even when to do your tier ups, fury, everything, skill chaining, a bunch of the new features, key binding, stuff like that. Yep. So this is going to be very helpful. I believe even some tricks in here would be unfamiliar to veteran players sometimes. So you might want to take a quick look. All right, cool. Nice. Cool. That's definitely what I wanted to show about the help guide. I don't know if you had anything remaining on this one, but I believe it's very useful.
Nope, cool. I will click the disable button and never look at this ever again after the stream. All right. Anyway, what else? What we got next, Chaos?
All right. What you might notice, the new character does not have a third eye and an exploit potion buff on the right top of your screen right now. So the free 6 hours that you get at the start are gone. This does not mean you don't get them, but you don't get them at level 1. There's actually parts of the quest chain that we have modified a little bit and added up upon where you eventually just get a 6-hour third eye and a 6-hour XP potion. So you can still get it. Just a matter of doing the quests. It also helps to introduce people that they exist and that they can be used.
And
Cool.
a very important comment about those ones you get from the quest: they are not tradable. You cannot.
Yeah,
You cannot go
exactly.
farm those. They are
No.
soulbound, or not even soulbound. They're character locked. So.
Yeah, they're character locked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Any questions about the help guide? I think everyone, it's quite clear, right? It's how it works. Nice.
Cool.
New titles. Yeah, we're introducing new titles, and I don't think I actually have. Maybe you have one on the assassin. So I don't know if you want to hop over to the assassin because we're gonna
Wait,
need
you're
it
just
after.
gonna make me hop around every. I see how this is. Okay, fine.
Yeah, I
I'll be
mean,
that way.
you're streaming.
All
I'm just
right.
commenting on what you're doing.
All right, swapping characters again.
Can I find a guide about macroing?
Ogtrum, get out of here.
What will happen if people use an XP pot and third eye at level 1? Well, you just get an item. So it's an item you can use later on or whenever you want. So there's no forced upon usage. You just get an item. It's not tradable. It's not sellable, but you can use it whenever you want. At PT Brazilian translation, please. We have considered this and looked into it, but it's so complex that it currently is gonna cost too much developer resources to get a full translation in the game.
One second.
Yeah, no worries. When does season start? Tomorrow. In 24 hours, the season starts. Everyone.
Oh yeah, Whoops.
Put a countdown, but it's whatever. We'll tell them.
Okay.
Last mission so far,
back.
we introduced the beginner help guide and we explained some new stuff about Halloween. That's all we had so far. Oh, welcome back. Let me see. Do you have the title?
I do not have any of the new titles, unless you gave it to one of the
Oh,
other characters on this
I
account.
probably get. Well, just stay on there. I'll add it to you. Just give me a moment. Title definitions.
Let's look at the pet while we're waiting, everybody. Watch him dance.
It's so nice. Oh. Actually, it doesn't look like I put them on the seasonal yet. I have to apply them. It's whatever. Doesn't matter. I can explain the titles. There's going to be a few titles you can obtain during Season 6. And the titles will be related to Blast Castle and Bellatra, so Survive or Die. We're looking at titles such as the first week's protector of the Siege War, so Blast Castle. We're looking at titles for people that managed to defend Blast Castle for a few weeks. The first clan to take down the defending clan gets a title. We're looking at the highest scoring class in Survival Die in the first week, and there's a bunch of titles. We're gonna put these all in detail in a document or probably on a news page actually, where you can just read what you can do and how you get these titles. But there's a bunch of different new competitive titles that are going to be amazing to try and hunt for, which I believe is a great new addition, to be honest.
It was the intent when we added titles in the first place, so I'm glad to see it.
It's getting expanded up on a little bit more, the title system. There's so much more in the pipeline for titles, but this is the first step to expanding that system a little bit. You can expect way more from it later. Even if you log on the first 3 days, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you get a title. It's that easy. You just have to play the first few days, you get a title. Fancy, right? All right, cool. So details about how to get the titles will be explained in a news page on the website. Yeah, let's look at the class changes. You're on the perfect class to
I am.
demonstrate it. Oh,
I
look at
also
that.
wanted to quickly show that Snape showed up and we switched around the warden to be the correct
Yeah.
name. So we're good now.
So we're no longer Harry Potter. We're actually Pristontale now. So yeah, Serial the Fury Warden is now your Fury Warden.
So we would like to test Assassin, so let's go do some actual testing, shall we? So
Good idea. Oh, we actually walked by the unique weapons. Oh, it's whatever. We'll do it later. You might actually have unique weapons on. Oh no, you don't.
No,
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Okay. What level will SOD be available? SOD is level 80.
Exactly. Yeah. There's still
Alright.
only a high level version of SOD for now.
Okay.
So,
So I
Assassin.
guess Assassin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll walk through it a little bit.
Okay.
So most of the balance and class changes are Verben's work, but like reworks and adjustments based on where skills are positioned or how they function is always a team effort. So yeah, we're all into this, but some have more knowledge about a certain aspect than others. So we're gonna try to provide you all the details, but we might miss out on stuff. So keep that in mind. Yeah.
There's sorry, real quick. There's something I remember from feedback from last developer stream, in that it's too small. So I'm gonna try to do some quick adjustments on the fly here while we're. It should only
Oh,
take a second.
yeah, sure.
Because people want to be able to see it a bit more. So I'm gonna switch to a 720 stream. We're going to add a.
Loretto sees it right away, polluted tier 4. Yeah, it's no longer tier 1. And we will explain why. Let me show more items here. Look at the stream, guys. Look at these amazing weapons.
Sorry guys, I had forgotten about this. I just realized as we were doing this that this was a common issue at the time. So there, that should hopefully. I think I need text a bit. Okay, that should make things a lot easier for reading this stuff. So sorry for the delay there, everybody, but that should make things a whole lot better. The text box decided to break itself. I see. We'll deal with that for now. Okay, skills. Let's talk, Chaos.
Yeah. Let's talk about skills. Let's do it. So you can directly see that tier 4 is now polluted, and Gust Slash is back to tier 1. The major change with polluted is that it's now a cooldown ability, and cooldown abilities tend to always be 12 seconds, and increasing the rank does not decrease the cooldown. So we tend to really focus on setting a cooldown, and that's it. And that would be your ultimate skill. And every class has ultimate skills. For fighter, for example, it's Rage of Zekrom in this new version. I'm gonna explain that later. Polluted applies all of the stacks that it says directly. So at rank 10, I believe it adds 5 stacks right away. Can you confirm for me?
I will. I need to lower something because I don't know what build version.
Probably Ninja Shadow, something in tier 4 must be lowered if you want to adjust.
Oh yeah, tier 4. Duh, I forgot it was. Okay, I played this game before. I don't need the help guide, obviously.
Okay, oh yeah, Cripple's right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 1000% is, look at that. That's nuts.
All right, there we go.
Look. Yeah, so 5 tags with a quite a short duration. But the moment you apply it, it does 5 stacks. It will 100% chance on hitting. There's no chance to be resisted anymore when using poison for season 6. So that makes Assassin quite powerful to apply poison, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, applying 5 stacks, doing a bunch of poison damage over time, and then you can switch it up with Gust Slash. And Gust Slash was reworked, and it looks amazing now, and it feels amazing. And I think it would be cool if you demonstrate that,
yeah,
Ash, the new Gust Slash.
I don't know what.
Oh, you probably want to buff yourself with Brisk Shadow.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
that is.
I don't need. Wait. Hit that one. That one.
Yeah, you don't need that running hit for now. Yeah,
Go, and
you
then,
want to
okay,
gust slash.
perfect.
Yeah, okay. Show them brisk shadow before you
What's
go into
Brisk
combat.
Shadow?
Actually, yeah, because brisk shadow is the new dodge and Alice in
Yep.
one.
Yep. So we're adding both.
Because
Yep. Sorry, you can keep going.
yeah, I mean it adds the attack speed boost, and it adds the dodge from both Alice and dodge in one skill. And the reason we did that is because the defensive scaling of Assassin was too slow, and now it's a bit more. It's ramping up a little bit faster, which in turn, makes Assassin a little bit more tanky earlier on, and not just after you reach level 120 and then manage to invest all your punch in the entire build. The party buff itself only applies for half to the party, so you don't get 40% for the entire party. No, it's half.
Die, spirit.
Ooh, there we go, Gus Slash right there.
Keep expecting it to. There we go. Okay, now it's dead. Cool.
Nice.
Let's
And then we
see.
have one more new skill, I believe. Well, the image is missing on your end, but
Yeah.
go ahead and hover over the one with the missing image. Yeah, so that spectral precision is back. The image is somehow messed up, but doesn't matter. Spectral precision is the one that we have had in the very first version of Assassin, and it's back. It's kind of a filler spot now for people that want to do 1v1 damage and want to get the attack rating up, and then you can buff it a little bit passively.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah, show them a bit of the AoE gameplay, I guess, and
Yeah,
then
I'd like
we
to.
talk about
This,
1v1.
I don't know what this must have been set up for a 1v1 build.
I believe you're gonna be perfectly fine with Gust Slash,
Yeah.
the new Alas. I keep forgetting the name. Brisk
Okay.
Shadow and Polluted. Yeah, and Impasse, of course. Impasse is awesome.
Okay. Cool. Can you skip skills now? No, you can't
Yeah,
skip skills.
that is
This
a
was an
developer
accident.
concern.
Yeah, this is an accident. That's not supposed to be there. Okay, so let's get buffed up here. I wish I could fix the text box. I don't know what's going on there, but deal with it for now. Yeah. So AoE gameplay of an assassin. Go do it. I am not this. I mean, this is of course assassin's normal running speed here. I'm not doing any hacks or anything. So. All right.
Yeah, Tessin is fast.
Now for all of you to judge my assassin play, which I fully expect to happen. So yeah, we have the new effect on Gust Slash, to make that a little bit more, feel a little bit more intense of a skill. Throw down the pollute. I really enjoy the little bits that I've played so far of Assassin. I'm really enjoying this play style of like, you don't stand in the hell spot, right? You're kind of like whipping around and controlling the monsters more so than anything else, and that's really, I found that very, very enjoyable. So.
What level is this assassin? This is a level 100 assassin in a level 100 map. So we're just showcasing the capability of a class in its own like actual environment level, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I like the new Gust Slash. Looks good and feels good.
Yeah.
I believe we changed a little bit behavior, right, on the how it hits because of the new particle.
Yes, it
All
hits
right.
twice.
Okay, yeah.
That was an adjustment that was made. So you can just basically think of Gust Slash as being, well, kind of double damage.
Yeah.
In a way from what it was previously, because it's now hitting twice. Also it's faster. You can probably notice. It's being we'd have to speak to that more, but it's definitely taking a bigger effect from the attack speed related buffs.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a bunch of backend changes as well, because the stat formulas were updated for itemization and for characters, which I am not even sure what kind of build this assassin is running. But you could go.
I don't even know.
Yeah, you could in theory go completely pure damage and skip all items. So you could go for level 1 wrists, gloves, boots, get the best weapon, level 1 armor, and try and stack as much agility as you want if you want to like go nuts on your builds in this season. So yeah, we're gonna show off more classes for sure. I think you can come back to me, Ash, and then we're gonna look into the 1v1 build of Assassin.
Here. You're dead.
That was definitely cheat speeding.
Oh yeah, that was definitely cheating. Sorry, everybody. Ignore what I just did there. That was cheating.
Oh, I accidentally ran out of the room.
Yes, you're gonna have to guide me on 1v1 assassin because I don't know anything about 1v1 assassin. Man,
Yeah,
it'd
sure.
be nice if we had help guides. All right, let me know.
If we had help guides, yeah, it would be so nice. All right, just lower your levels on your 1v1 or AoE skills, so you can remove gust slash and pollute it, and then
This is always that awkward moment where I don't know what the images are for some of these skills.
gust
So I
slash
have
your
to like
F4,
search
you
them.
can lower that. Yeah, and then your F5 becomes rank 10, which is your new Venom Torn version.
F5 becomes rank 10. Cool, got it.
Yeah, and then I believe Cripple goes to rank 10, which is the one after polluted.
Oh, this one, got it. Okay. Bear with me, everybody. I don't know my assassin that well. It's a class that was added.
We're not in a rush, no worries. Which means you also need to increase your Wisp. Wisp is F7.
Need to take points out of something.
Yeah, you might want to lower your aim pass, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll lower
Your run speed. Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. Nice.
Anything else?
I actually don't know which 1v1 skill. Oh, probably Running Blade, which is the one before the one after the empty box.
Running hit? Oh, one after. Sword blade?
Yeah, Sword Blade, yeah. I would assume that needs to be. Ah, yeah.
Goodness.
Oh, I see what I see there's two different variations in the build here. Yeah, so sorry everyone, but Verban did a lot of the balancing here, so I'm a little bit going in blind as well.
Yeah.
But I believe what is happening here, Ash, is that you will put on a Venom Torn and Brisk Shadow, and then you will do damage with Cripple and base attacks in this case, or Sword Blade. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do that first one you said. So Venom Thorn, Brisk Shadow, you said, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Correct.
Cripple and basic attacks. Okay.
Yeah. Let's
start.
try it out.
So Venom Thorn activated, then Brisk Shadow reactivated. We got Cripple, and then you said basic attacks.
Yeah.
So let's go.
So for everyone wondering, Venom Torn now applies poison to all your single target attacks. So this means that just like Cripple, it will 100% guarantee apply that poison and ticks the monster down right away, which is pretty awesome. Even if you would use Running Hit or Sword Blade or Stinger or whichever of the 1v1 skills, it will apply the poison from your Venom Torn. So it really soaks your daggers into poison and it will instantly apply stacks. And bear with us, we are horrible at assassin gameplay. So
yeah, this is I still don't think this build is operating like it's supposed to right now. So keep that in mind. I'm definitely missing something key here. So
let's just look at how it mechanically changed, which is what Venom Torn is applying stacks based on your attacks. So you could be, instead of auto attacking, using any of the 1v1 skills, and it would still apply poison.
Gotcha. So let's try a 1v1 skill, Sword Blade.
Yeah, just put any Sword Blade or something, and then start attacking something.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's cool. So now Sword Blade is applying the five stacks of.
Yep, and it's just upkeeping your poison. So you can just cripple, get 5 stacks right away, and then keep sword blading to upkeep your 5 stacks.
Cool.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Let's look at the chat. Any questions in regards to what you have seen on Assassin so far? I think that would be a good way to do it, right? I see one. Does this apply to PvP? So everything you see applies to PvP. But poison damage isn't working as intended in PvP, and we're super sorry about the state of PvP. It's gonna be improved.
Oops.
We have so many plans for PvP, but PvP is still in a very awkward spot. Yeah. Oh, you wanna put these on, Ash?
What do you got? Oh, look at that. Look at that fancy thing. Okay, I just want everybody to like take a quick look at this thing. So these are one of the unique items. I guess we can talk into. Are you ready to move on to that then, Chaos?
Just tell them about it. Meanwhile, I'll wait for questions in the chat about Assassin, and you can discuss
Yeah.
unique. Sure.
So we've kind of been talking about this for the last few days, but in season 6, there's going to be a unique item added for every single class. Technically there will be 11 unique items because Mech gets 2, because Mech has a bow and a claw. But there will be 11 unique items specific to classes. What they will be doing is weird stuff. So if we take a look at this sword right here, or this dagger, sorry, you can see that the crit is 18% in the spec. Also, there's a run speed buff of 2.1 in the spec. So yeah, it's just meant to be a little bit of a crazy weapon. Now, these are going to be rare. I gotta warn you, they're legendary items. They're rare items. Probably not many are going to be seen. But they are there. They're going to be out there in the world, and they're going to be items that can be hunted. And they are also items that could potentially be sold and everything like that as well. So there's going to be some interesting ones for classes that like typically need a one-hander of low-level version for a long time. The two classes I'm talking about, Pikeman and Archer. And those will be fun. Chaos is trading me again.
Oh, I'm having trouble trading these two to you. Oh.
Can we get higher level uniques? That is something we have to figure out. Because the thing about uniques, from an itemization standpoint, hey, look at that legendary beam. If nobody's ever seen this, this is what happens when a legendary drops. So the thing about uniques, the main reason why we're doing level 30s now, is that you have to be really careful with these about affecting how itemization works at endgame. If we make these things too frequent or whatnot, it's going to be like, well, why get regular weapons? So we're really testing the waters in a very small area here with these. And how it goes, we'll see, and we'll make changes and adjust, and we'll push forward in the future. So
yeah. Maybe you can go to field 3 and like take a closer look at the weapon, because this is like it's also a bit of a demonstration about 3D modeling.
yes.
And new stuff we have recently actually discovered what is possible with the modeling system in Pristontale. Because looking at those amazing effects on the items, those are not aging effects, guys. These are in the model, so you could still age them and have like a double kind of glow on it. Especially because Pristontale Youth tries to focus on a as few pay-to-win model as possible to keep it fun for everyone. This is the potential future of how we keep this game running. Cosmetics. Yep. So I think that's a pretty cool start. Yeah.
Yep. Nice. This will be how we're gonna journey into the future with
forward. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Can Assassin wear this? Oh, they can. Okay, so we can at least show it off.
Yeah, probably.
Here's the
just show up you.
Here's the Pikeman's pole. Phalanx's ferocity. I came up with the names. Don't judge me. Adding this 2% block rating to add a little bit of help for pikes with their one-hander. But yeah, here's how it looks. Looks sweet. Oops. Oh wait, there we go.
Can you wear one-handed crossbows? I don't even know.
Let's see. I know I'm on the worst class for showing off items. Assassin is like not built for this.
Oh yeah, you can. That's very cool.
But yeah, there's the metal hand crossbow with all.
Can
you give me the most important one, real quick? Can you give me that one? Yeah, the most important. Thanks for knowing which one I meant. There we go. Oh no, Assassin can't wear this one at all. Well, Assassin's terrible.
It's not displaying for you. That's odd.
Yeah, it's not. Wait,
just drop it again. Just drop it.
Yeah, you have to wear it. All right, let's see a fighter with a bow. There you go. Oh. We'll pick a side. There we go. That's the one that. Personally, I'm gonna be looking for that one, but believe it or not. But yeah, you can see the effects also. That we're adding.
Pretty awesome.
So it's cool.
And modeling credits to Nessie which did a lot of the new effect stuff, which is awesome. Yeah.
So Torres, you bring that up about Airden's crossbow. You get that reference. Airden is actually a mech in the lore. It's not just the name of my character. That's why I got away with doing that. But anyway,
Cool.
cool. Well, so
All right.
anyway, so kind of like what Chaos has said too. It's like these models. I know we're talking about a lot of these things about this level 30 model. For the most part, you're like, oh, this is pretty much irrelevant, right? They're a testing ground. They're a beginning. They're a start. They're showing what we can and will be doing moving forward, more than likely, depending on how it goes over. So.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm gonna log off the fighter, and I'm gonna have you swap over.
Who would you like me to go on next?
I think fighter, to be honest.
Okay, I will go on fighter. Let's go over.
So I'll log out as well, and then.
Yeah, but the guy in the lore uses a Sagittarius and love it. Yeah, because the person in the lore is me. Verb wrote me into the lore, so yeah, the person in the lore uses a Sagittarius and love it. Deal with it.
What armor is that? That's the Halloween costume, Retix. It's gonna be in the shop tomorrow, and also available by just playing the event. So, but the one in the shop is permanent. The event one is only 7 days.
Okay, so fighter, going on fighter.
Is it possible to have very rare skins from boss drops, for example? Yes, it is possible, but they are not in the game yet. There's actually one pet skin that is available, and it took a while for people to discover, but if you complete the final warehouse page quest, you get a pet that is not obtainable through any other means apart from the very difficult 113 quest.
Those
Correct,
unique...
Archive. For now, they are. Yeah.
Yes.
These are like an introduction to what we could potentially do here. So.
So
Yeah.
fighter. Anything
Fighter,
besides
exactly.
anything you want to talk about before we talk about skills?
Related
to fighter?
Well, people wanted to use Cyclone more often, so we gave it to them. That's I guess a good start of.
You can use it more often. That's for sure. When you're leveling.
Apart from that, no, I think we should just go to field. What is it? 40, 38?
40.
Yeah, 40. Yeah, I'm right there, waiting on the shaman. There's rebalancing on values here, so there's a bunch of variations in the values. Skill movements, I believe the only real crucial movements in skills here is that Rage of Zekrom is a tier 4 skill, and Cyclone is a tier 1 skill. And apart from that, I am not positive what changed or if much has changed.
I'm looking at this and I'm not seeing too much, but then again, we're also on another class I don't have a lot of familiarity with, so.
Yep. So, Rage of Zekrom is now the ultimate for fighter, which is just a very nice single and AoE damage. So it does 2 hits, and it will burn everything afterwards. So it's a very nice one to sync in between your cyclones to do some nice damage. Cyclone will chain towards your Rage of Zekrom, so you want to get your Cyclone to level 10 in addition to your Rage of Zekrom in order to the most potential damage. Cyclone remains a skill you can use without a target. You can just spam it wherever you would like. But it is similar to skills like Deistrophism and Defiant Lightning. It doesn't do a lot of damage. You really have to combine it with your Rage of Zekrom to pump out those heavy numbers. Yeah, maybe set it up for AoE, I guess, because I believe 1v1 didn't really receive much changes, Ash. So.
Remind me to yell at Verb for switching all these characters over to 1v1 builds before we were mostly doing.
That could potentially have been me, actually.
Oh, damn it, Tails. Okay.
But yeah,
yeah,
remove your destroyer, so your F2 becomes rank 1, and then Berserker F4 becomes rank 9.
Oh, you want that one? Oh, Destroyer, got it.
Yeah, because you definitely want your Berserker for AoE.
Okay, so we got that. Concentration. I want Berserker. I want Cyclone. I want Rage of Zekrom. That sound good? Zekrom's
I believe
max.
that's about it.
Cyclone's max. Berserker's almost maxed. Okay, cool.
Nice. I guess buff up and let's do some playing. Did you get your health passive to rank 10?
I'm just gonna die.
Okay.
I can't afford to though.
No,
Right?
the one in tier 1. The second skill in
there's
your list.
another health passive.
Yeah, that one is regen. The other one is flat health.
Are you ever gonna play a class I know?
Shaman? No, I don't think you're
Nope,
actually
don't go
that familiar with Shaman.
Nope.
Yeah, you could lower that. Exactly. Yeah.
There we go. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Boy, am I gonna get a lot of judgment on this one. Oh my, look at those damage numbers on that Zekrom hit.
Destroying these monsters.
Oh god, destroying me. Wasn't ready for that. I'm liking the thing about this class and Assassin is both have this, combination thing that we've really been trying to do for most classes now, where your AoE consists of 2 skills. And in order to be as efficient as possible, you're using one that's on a cooldown and you're spamming the other one.
Is that an assassin? Pot.
Pot. You know what? Die, mages. You're the ones hurting me here.
Keep in mind, we are definitely not the best fighter players here.
Yeah.
And you can really adjust your build based on your stat points allocation. It does look pot intensive, but that's with fighter. There's no defensive layer. Your defensive layer is literally health. So yeah, that means you have to pot. That's never gonna change for fighter.
Not to mention, everybody, I'm base health.
Yeah, this is base health. Yeah, exactly. This is 27 health.
So keep that in mind. I don't even know what the gearing is like on this character, so that's always going to be a big role in these things. So, all right, cool. We should probably move on to the next one.
Yeah, sounds good. I believe 1v1 is very similar to what it was. Actually, you might be able to make some fancy 1v1 build combining with Reach of Zekrom. I'm just saying, but
yeah, see that's one of the things that
that's my brain like thinking of potential builds right away.
When I was in season 5, that's actually one of the things I like to do. Is now that we have these cooldown AoEs, you mix a cooldown AoE with a single target, and that combination can be really good. So maybe there's something you can do there with Rage of Zekrom mixed with, I don't know, whatever their solos are, or singles are. Vengeance Crash? Bone Crash? I don't even know. Let's move on to another class I know.
We actually still have to do Shaman, to be honest. I'm sorry. I'm gonna log out the Shaman.
It's alright.
And I'll make you log into it.
Didn't see any life, because I didn't have the healing lifesteal skill. So I mean, you guys, you gotta keep in mind that that was not being played anywhere close to optimally.
Yeah, and Rage of Zekrom still looks a little small. I hope we can still, increase the size a little bit, because the area actually is a little bit bigger than what you see visually. So it feels less satisfying than it actually is. The AoE is actually quite big and strong. I mean, you could see the damage numbers on Rage of Zekrom were actually very effective. Now we'll go with Priest with CL, so we can, I'll erase all the mobs at once.
Good gosh.
Let's see. Mage.
Alright, I'm on the Shaman.
You're on the Shaman? Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I should probably log into
something. Didn't you want me to go on the Shaman?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And switching over. Boom. Welcome to a Shaman. But yeah, we should probably kind of go a little bit faster with the class. We might just have to focus on like show AoE and then just explain 1v1 and then
Yep. All right.
push on.
So, Shaman, hello. Let's go to field 40 and then just get to it.
All right. What do we got?
So, for Shaman, F6 is your mid-randa buff, which is your attack speed buff. Previously it would only apply to, I believe, base attack and morning prey, I would say, and judgment, I guess. But right now, Advent Midranda actually applies to Dark Wave, Spiritual Flare, something else, and Morning Prey, which makes the skills way faster and feel more fun to use. So Shaman is definitely a bit faster play now than it used to be. Yeah. So there are actually two big damage skills now. Is F4 and F2. So you have two big explosives because there are two 12-second cooldown AoEs, which is pretty cool. And I believe your main like attacking ability would be Dark Wave, which is your F3. And you can see that Phantom Call, the AoE, is now tier 1, which is just the beginning for Shaman.
I'm gonna show off Spiritual Flare real quick, even though we're not.
Yeah, sure,
I'm just
do
gonna
it.
show
Yeah.
off the effect.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Well, that's what Spiritual Flare looks like now. A little bit different than it used to look. The last one was very underwhelming for a 12-second cooldown ultimate skill. So
yeah, so it's more
bit.
effective now. Looks better. Yeah, it's very nice. I guess buff yourself with Madranda, show a bit of the attack speed on Dark Wave. We don't really have to go into a spawn, I guess, but
Madranda, what else do you need me to?
Oh, Rainmaker, which is your F8, right? And F7 you also want to apply, yeah.
I'm like,
it's pretty cool, right? It looks super effective. It's like you open up this zone area that just does a bunch of damage, which is pretty cool.
Let's see, we can use Morning Prayer real quick just because I want to. Boom, there we go. It smacked.
Hey, you can see how fast that casting was on your Spiritual Flare there with Madranda up. It's like zap.
Yep.
Yeah, and I guess Dark Wave is your left mouse button, which is F7. Well, I always play with left mouse and right mouse button, but I see that you always have your right mouse button effectively. But
no, I use left too. Just right now I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, Dark Wave, which is your F3.
F3.
You probably want to put that on your left mouse button.
Okay, so now we can see that attack speed boost that you're talking about.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, much faster. From my brief moments with Shaman, that is way, way, way faster. I like that.
There was the old Frisbee skill on tier 4. Test Shaman AoE a little bit. Okay, so they want to actually see some actual gameplay.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna pull in a crew over here and.
It looked rusty in the old days. Now it looks functional. Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so here we go. Boom. Oh, there wasn't enough of them around it when I did it.
Yeah. And keep in mind, guys, some of the changes will feel very nice. Some of the changes will feel bad, and we are also learning every season, right? We're doing this full-on passion for the game, and some changes might come in very well, and some changes might feel horrible. We're also just trying to find the best ways to handle all these classes, right? Yeah. So Midranda affects pretty much every skill now, so makes it feel way more fun.
This feels so good. I haven't played Shaman yet since like all these updates, and this feels amazing.
This update feels very fun. Yeah, for sure.
The combination of Dark Wave with Spiritual Flare. Yeah,
and once again, just spamming Dark Wave is not gonna do it. Just spamming Phantom Call is not gonna do the trick. You need to combine your ultimate skills. This is all to make sure that people actually, actively play. We don't want people to macro the game easily. So.
Sorry,
I'm guessing you guys are going to release a full patch note. We are trying to get the patch notes done, but this is in association with Verbran, and Verbran is not even in this stream right now because of how busy it is. So I'm not sure if the patch notes will be out now or in the morning, or we're gonna try our best. There's a bunch of patch notes I can see already, but I don't think it's everything. So I'm gonna have to verify how we're gonna do that after the stream.
Cool. Where would you like me to go next?
Yeah, cool. Let's see. Um,
Hey, a Mirage. I'm not gonna pick it
I
up.
am. Oh, Pikeman, I guess. Let's do
Pikeman?
Pikeman.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why don't we
Might
just
as well.
keep picking classes that I don't like, don't play, and don't know anything about? I mean, sure. Let's just keep doing it. Yeah, I don't mind. I'm not bitter. All right, Pikeman it is. Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounded,
Shaman looks fun, right? Yeah.
that felt fun. I really the ranged AOE combo there feels fantastic.
I'm just looking at this dancing Halloween pad. It's just so fun.
Okay, Pikeman it is. Good old Pikeman tail.
Make Pike more tankier, so squishy for real. Yeah.
Well, they don't have a shield, do they?
Yeah. If you want to be a tank, I don't know, play a strength mage with a rank 10 absorb shield.
All right, we are on Z Pikeman. Yeah. Explain. I know
Nice.
nothing about what we've adjusted on this class.
So basically, what we did is nothing too major. We had a bit of a stupid decision last season, which is where pikes could use every single skill without targeting anything and just go ham. We went back on that. Tornado is still your repeatable skill. It was, however, nerfed a little bit in order to have your ultimate skills actually be more effective. Ground pike, doing a lot of slow effects to keep yourself alive. Yep, right there. I believe in this version that you have now, I'm not sure if it actually makes it tomorrow, but the intention was that ground pike actually casts about 20% faster still than it does now. But that's still a question mark if it actually makes it into the patch tomorrow. But that would be pretty cool. But ground pike, venom torn, venom spear, they both require a target now, and it will just walk towards the target that you have selected and then use it. But I would highly recommend ground pike if you want to feel defensive. So yeah, you need a target. You can try it out.
Crap. That did 7,000 damage.
Yeah, it's effective damage.
That's a hitter. Holy crap.
Yeah, it combines. It changes to tornado. It's definitely not rip pike, guys. It's not rip. It's just a little different. Is venom spear good? I am not sure because I did not play the test new version of pike yet. Apart from debugging some issues. I guess you can try make it rank 10 and do some hits. Yeah, I don't know what it does, to be honest. I can see a possible sacrificing of defenses and adding Venom Turn into your DPS rotation. I can see how that could potentially work. Are we doing anything? Yeah, okay. There
Yeah, it's doing a little, but it's not. I mean, not in an AOE mob, so it's not. It doesn't look very impressive because I'm just hitting one target. So
yeah.
Let's go into an AOE.
So
mob.
I guess that would have to hit 7 targets to be kind of effective.
Yeah.
The numbers looked a little lower than I would expect it, but I am not gonna. It might change. It's not final. Maybe what you're seeing here. I'm gonna have to ask Furban what the idea was behind Venom Sphere because we just don't know. Tornado does not need a target. Your ultimate skills do need a target. We kind of went with this for most of the classes where we could. Yep.
Yep. You can see I'm still here.
Yep. Yeah, I guess buff yourself with Vague, and you can do Ground Pike Tornado combo. Yeah. Venom Spear is very tough to balance because poison damage combined with all the other AoEs that a pikeman has just could scale way too rapidly, which is potentially why it's actually not that strong. But I believe that's pretty much your setup, yeah.
So Vag, then Lure
Ground
in.
pike to slow, tornado to kill. Yeah.
Here, everybody. I want to kill you. Oh, wait, what the? 1 second. There we go.
What's different? The difference is that tornado applies to your ground pike.
Oh my gosh.
That's
See,
why ground pike does so much damage now.
I'm not defensive in any way.
Yeah.
Whoops.
It's funny because I look at it delayed, so
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what are you talking about?
Whoops, I was not ready for that at all. Now, one other thing to keep in mind, everybody, which is why things might, A, base health, B, monster damage and stuff. So you can't just make the assumption that everything is the same as it was in S5 in regards to these things. So it's something else to keep in mind. Okay.
Cool.
I am the
well,
world's
that's pretty
worst
much. That's what I know about Pike. I guess the chaining with ground Pike, the targeted ultimates, which make him a little bit less easy to play, less AFK-ish to play, which was the main concern from last season. He's still quite glass cannony, but he still does good damage. And he's still a very good 1v1 guy, right? PvP is fun. Nice.
Yeah, I think
you pick the next one, Ash. Let's go.
Sweet.
You pick the next one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think when it comes to, PTEU, I don't think you're ever gonna find a Pike being the tank master, because it's just not kind of the role he fits within PTEU. So, moving on. I get to choose the next class?
Yeah, sure. Oh. I'm just not sure. I'm like, you're probably gonna pick Mac.
Why would you say that? You know who I was actually gonna pick, because I wanted to throw everybody off? I'm gonna pick Atlanta.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I believe we, however, went over most of the major changes, like shifts in skills and behavioral skills.
Because when I said I was going to go on Atlanta, I was like, wait, did we do anything with Atlanta? I don't... Besides, obviously, every class got a skill rebalance. But, I don't know... I can't recall what our plans were here. Yeah, I don't think we did much.
This is the problem with not having Verban on the stream, everyone.
Yeah, but, we're going to run into issues like this. I'm sure there's something very specific that he switched around, but we just don't know it.
Let me do a quick overview on some of the data here so that we can figure out if we are missing out on anything here.
Angtrup, you know the answer to that question. Stop.
Mm-hmm. I believe that was most of the major class changes, to be honest, Ash. If we're looking at the other classes, we're more looking at some stats adjustments and rebalancing. But we definitely went over most of the major changes for the classes.
Yep. I can go over item stats. If we want to move on from that, because we can. So yeah, I guess what we'll say, we probably won't go over the other classes, but one thing you can assume with the other classes is that there's going to be damage adjustments. That's kind of like our forever changing thing, is looking at that, making sure that there's balance in the classes and making adjustments each season. What I will do now, though, is I'm going to go over stats 2.1, as I'm calling it.
Yeah, I think that's good if you explain that. That's for sure.
Yes, definitely. Okay.
There's still more on the list, but sure, go ahead and let's go with that.
Let me go over this one, because this one's a big one.
Yep.
Okay, I heard everybody's feedback, definitely, or we heard everybody's feedback in regards to Stats 2.0. And even I agree, Stats 2.0 didn't end up working out as well as I was hoping. It was a new thing. We made some guesses. Those guesses were wrong. But anyway, we got the feedback, and so now we're approaching. Oops, we're approaching this one with a slight adjustment to how Stats 2.0 works. And I guess the best example would be to hover over this javelin right away to begin with. You will notice that spirit requirement is gone. You will also notice that the talent requirement is far less. So what you should expect out of Season 6 is item stat requirements to fall more in line with what they classically are. But at the same time, they are still balanced so that the stat requirements are what they should, are equivalent for every single class. And they are also balanced around pure builds being viable. So this should be a lot better overall for everybody. I know I'll enjoy it. I'll be honest. Like the previous one, it didn't work out like I wanted to. It was a try, but this will be a lot better for us all. Another thing that I want to talk about too is if you missed this little developer note that was posted about a month ago, you'll notice that if I hover over the shield right now, you'll see that the block rating on the shield for a plus 10 shield, the block rating is fairly low. It's only 18%. If you think about the age adding 5% block rating, then that would mean its base is 13%. At first, that might be very alarming. Oh no, our shields are so much worse. That would be because we have shifted block rating over to bracelets, or part of the block rating over to bracelets. This was done for, well, one major reason. Bracelets historically have not had much value in the early game of Pristontale. Even late game it can be but like attack rating isn't always the most important thing, but now having this block percent being in the spec means now you have to have spec bracelets in order to get that extra block rating. Something to keep in mind with the block percentage on bracelet spec, it is not a range, it is a set number. So you will not have to keep re-rolling to get a high block percentage on your bracelets. The only thing you need to do is get a bracelet in your spec, and you'll get that block rating. So, and Valk, hopefully that just answered that one. Yeah, if anything, this will make it easier to get higher block rating because it is static. So, that would be the major changes to itemization that we're looking at for this season. So, I guess I will also talk to formulas and stuff too while we're talking about this.
Sure, go ahead.
The one of the main driving forces behind the Stats 2.1 revision is to make pure better. We definitely had an issue in Season 5 where we intended on pure to be quote-unquote back, and it just didn't happen. We all know it didn't happen. The reason was we didn't go extreme enough with how much with how much damage going pure would do. So this season we've kicked it up a few notches. So pure is going to do a lot more than it did before. But we still need to find a balance to make sure that not not everybody just wants to go pure then, because that's not a fix either. Pure should still be a weird thing that not everybody does. But it is an option. So it'll be that way. Valk, to answer your question about buff to orbs in a way, yeah, everything that has block has been shifted around to make up for this bracelet change. So for example, the block rating that you would see on two-handed weapons has been reduced greatly. On bows, it's been completely removed because they already had such a low number anyway. So everything that has block has been shifted around. The net change should be nothing. Well, or not nothing, but very close to nothing. Couldn't make it perfect, but pretty close. Yeah.
Explain pure builds, Ash. That might be a very good.
Pure builds. To explain
maybe
pure...
demonstrate how you make a pure Atlanta, what it looks like after you did that.
Let me go on the Archer, because Archer is classic pure. Let me go over there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, for us, so I can see Red Takes on the Twitch chat is asking if the royal armor is the dragon armor, and yes, a lot of the names have changed in season 4 and 5 about itemization, and that's because we wanted to give every level brackets similarly named items so that it doesn't get confusing, because everything was all over the place.
How does stats 2.1 fare when compared to stats 1.0? Fair, I guess, would be the first word I would use to explain it. Equal stat requirements for everything. Like one of the biggest problems with stats 1.0 and why we had to redo it in the first place is there was no it wasn't balanced in any way. One class at level 100 to use, say all at level gear was using way more stat points than another class. Another huge thing would be like, and I know everybody experienced this when they were leveling up brand new characters. You'd have a level 1 character that couldn't use a level 1 item because you didn't have the stat requirements, or maybe like a level 5 item. You literally did not have enough stat points to use the item. Because that's how the original game was designed. That's not a thing anymore. So compared to 1.0, it is much more streamlined in that regard. But it is still relatively like looks similar as you get later on in the game. Okay, we are on the archer now.
Yeah. I see one more question here. It's kind of disappearing in the chat. So was it essentially a nerf to bows since it was completely removed? Maybe you want to go.
No, not really, because basically the bows had such a low block percentage to begin with that it's almost equal to what you get from the bracelets now. So I guess in a vacuum you could consider it a nerf to bows, but it doesn't really matter because you're always going to have to wear a bracelet too. If anything, it makes being pure even more risky as an archer because now you don't even get that block percentage from your bow. If you're using a lower level bracelet, you're even getting less. So
500 agility. It's already set up to be pure.
Yeah, no, this is my AS pure test character I made for Verb.
Show them your items.
So this is the pure build this is just a pure example build that I made. So I'm using plus 12 FPA. I'm using some Mirage mixed level 60 boots. I had to use level 60 boots because of the strength requirement. Level 60, level 60. And yeah, you'll see that I also went min spirit. No. You say 14 spirit, good luck. You see how much I have though? I still have 359. Because the thing that you get to do now with the itemization that we have in the game is two things. A, you can mix. B, you can get affixes. Those affixes can make up for the fact that you're missing a lot of MP. So like this right here, add 40 MP. So this is how you can make pure builds really shine in very awkward situations like this stat combination, which is just abhorrent. So yeah.
You're gonna take damage playing this.
Oh yeah, this is gonna hurt
like
hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 57 abs, 1413 defense rating, and a 579. But yeah, this is how it's gonna be.
Go level 40 map.
Go to level 40 map and die in 1 hit.
Yeah, I don't think you really have to demonstrate the gameplay.
No, I'm not going to demonstrate the pure builds. I think most of us can. I think most people can.
just imagine you're
it.
back in Oasis with skeleton archers ranging you on your very squishy level 30 priest. That's how this feels, but then throughout all the game, if you play pure. That's kind of what we're looking at.
Yep.
Want to see the damage? Yeah.
Well, I mean, here's the damage, attack power, and this is without any buffs or anything too. So.
Do you level up with perforation or Phoenix shot?
Do you level up
perforation? To be honest.
That's going to be a choice, honestly.
Yeah, true.
I personally would pick Phoenix shot every day. The problem is there is a brief point where, because Phoenix shot is a tier 4 skill, you need to be a certain level in order to get it maxed. So there is a brief period of time where perforation is still better because you can get it maxed. But once you get to a point, you can use it.
Was it massively changed, Phoenix shot?
Oh, no, I don't believe so.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Something we actually had to note here is that its damage is 100% on the charge, right? Like you don't want to spam Phoenix shot. If you want to use it, it's fully charged to use it, and then it will do a bunch of damage. What we had to note here with the skill and class rebalances is that every pet is now as strong as the Hastian was of Shaman in last season. Because last season, Hastian was very strong, and now every pet is a very viable 1v1 kind of character that does, or character minion that will do a lot of damage. You can see that it has a 2000 attack power on Wolverine, and it has a very nice health pool.
Hmm.
So using your pet is actually a fun way to play. And we really want to encourage people to not stack AoE on everyone in the party, but maybe have 1 or 2 people doing 1v1 skill setup, and try and hit those big monsters that we introduced last season that are just more tanky compared to everything else.
Hmm. It does sound crazy, I know, but playing last season, it was more efficient in party setups to at least have 1 or 2 single target people and not just go pure AoE. I know it sounds crazy. This is Pristontale. Typically AoE is always king, but it actually worked out even in a mass party situation. So something to keep in mind with your builds.
I won't take my chances this season. Less when I played, the developers went on vacation and the BC didn't happen almost until the end of the season. Okay. I don't know, man. I believe the Blessed Castles went every week on season 5 was actually quite active. Will there be PvP in maps this season? No, there's no toggle for PvP yet. Are pets attacking automatically? Yes, they are. They're doing that as they always have been. You can toggle the pet setting by clicking the little button, skill button on the top left of your screen. I believe it's even a setting in your F10 settings. Am I
It
right there?
is. It is a setting in
Yeah.
the game settings. Okay. What did you have anything else then?
I mean, they wanted to see a little bit of combat. I don't know if you want to show them a little bit of combat. They want to see the pure in play.
No.
You gotta keep you the secret to play in Archer.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
You
sounds fine.
guys can
Sounds
you
fine.
guys can see it tomorrow. There's no
The
real
pet,
big skill adjustments, so really all
yeah.
it is damage. So I'll let you guys
You
discover
will
it for
see it in the
yourself.
patch notes once they're out. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's look at Afraid to Get Judged. Nah. No. Let me think. Class-wise, stats-wise, new titles, help guides, reworks on XP poison for the eye. Oh, we went over a bunch of stuff already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, go to Field 6.
Field 6? No.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
go
I'm
to
gonna have to log off the pier 1 second. I can't give away any pier secrets. The archer can die in Garden of Freedom. Possibly.
Possibly, yeah. If you tank too many hobgoblins, you might die.
Hey, hobgoblins hurt, all right?
We want to keep some stuff a little bit of a mystery as well, so that you guys can actually try out some builds and
Yeah.
figure out what pure actually does and how effective it is. Because if we showcase you every build, every class, every detail, and like tell you exactly what kind of builds we would use, then no one is gonna try anything. And we want you guys to just try some builds, right? So
Yeah, get to discover.
Event Guild will be free the entire season, so you can just do whatever you like.
Hey, guess what, everybody? I logged on a mech. Okay, where did you want me to go? You wanted me to go to Field 6?
Yes, please.
Is that Ruinin? Yeah, it is Ruinin. Why are we in
It
Ruinin?
is, yeah. Well,
Oh,
you should know why we're in
why
Ruinin.
would
Why
we
are
be
we in
in
Ruinin?
Ruinin? I don't know. Let's go on a journey, everybody. Here, let's zoom in a little bit. Let's go on a little walk. It's the Ruinin we all know and love. We'll just head over here to the classical Hellspawn. Oh, it's such a great time. Love it here. Hey, look, it's a warp gate. Boy, it would sure be nice if we could use this warp gate for more important things, right? Besides just Ruinin. Maybe we could use it to get to someplace that's typically really hard to get to. Wouldn't that be really, really convenient? Boy, it would sure be nice if somebody made that. Hey, look, it's an entrance to Dark Sanctuary. Boom, there we go. Now that we have an entrance to DS within Ruin.
So, yeah, people are probably a little bit confused, but it actually is very suitable for the lore of the game, because as you can see, it's completely sealed off with the Morian emblems. and there's guardians there um, to prevent any of the demons of the Dark Sanctuary to come out.
Mhm.
And just like the cave from Mushroom and Beehive Cave, it's a dug cave by the Morian and Tamstrons in order to enter the Dark Sanctuary. And it was definitely time that they had a better way to access the Sanctuary and to protect it. So here we go.
Yeah, if you think about where DS is located within the whole game's world, it would be somewhere over here. Because when you
Right,
think
yeah,
about
right
where,
behind Ruin. Exactly,
yeah, where
yeah.
Mushroom Cave is, where Beehive Cave is, yeah. So that's why we put it here. And so now we have this nice little gateway. And if anybody was watching my streams during last season, that's where this whole idea came from. That we were like in Ruinin on a new level character, and we're like, wouldn't it be nice if we had an entrance to DS here? Well, here it is. It did happen. So this will be so nice because it was the one place that we had left that was such a huge pain in the ass to get to. So this should really help that.
And there's still a little bit of a walk because if we want to go
Oh
all
yeah,
the
for
way
sure.
to the yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't want to do like always, direct teleports to everywhere. But
There
having
needs
this
to be
is
a bit
good.
of traveling, but it definitely needs to be convenient enough that it's not stupidly annoying or badly built. So yeah.
If you guys want to play with Automech, create an Archer or ATA. No. The original developers of the game included Automech. It is 100% a normal build for mech.
And
So,
you don't
no.
have to click them now, but they will actually tell a bit about the lore. They can do that when they actually play the game. The
Ah,
Guardians
gotcha.
at the gate.
Guardians
So
do. So
yep,
we'll keep that hidden.
yep,
But we got
exactly.
a little
Um,
box that we can see.
all right, let's go to Field 7.
Yeah.
Who plays Mac? Mac is such a good pick. You actually played a lot of Mac last season.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, oh,
Okay.
there we go.
Hey, potion card. What's that? What's a potion card? I wonder what it
Pushing
does.
card is a way more, obvious way to sell potions and buy
Hey,
potions.
look, potions in a
So,
potion cart.
instead of the dungeon keeper selling you potions and stuff like that, we made it
Mhm,
way more fitting scenario, I would say. You can
mhm.
buy potions from the cart. The cart is brought to you by the quest courier all around the land of Priston. And we have the magical created mystery box by what's his name? The inventor. Um, who also did
God,
the Astro
I had
Boats.
so many things at the mailbox apparently. I got a season 1 costume apparently.
Nice, congratulations.
I saw a question: is mech nerfed for season 6? Auto mech is nerfed for season 6 in its defensive capabilities. Um, there will come a point with stats where once you start adding more agility than is necessary for a melee mech, so essentially you get into auto mech territory, your agility starts having a negative impact on your health. It doesn't technically take away your health, but what it does is it negates the gains that you get from other stats. So you just essentially start gaining nothing as you put in stats. So that's
There's
where
mana
we've
potions. What? Sorry.
done some nerfing. They're commenting on the fact that there's mana potions in the potion cart, but it doesn't sell mana potions. We are kind of lying in that regard. Let's just
Oh,
avoid that.
I was like,
I,
is it in the shop? I'm like, no, I definitely did not put them in the shop.
wait, the dungeon. We might need to update the dungeon keeper to not have potions anymore.
Oh, I thought I
He's,
removed them.
he still does here.
I guess it was locally edited and not yet on the actual seasonal
Yeah.
machine. So
See, those aren't actually mana potions. Those are just blue stamina potions. And moving on.
they're mixed. They're stamina
Yeah.
health pots.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we have a mailbox. You can go into the sanctuary, or in
Already did.
the prison.
Mhm,
You have the potion card there, dungeon quest keeper there.
mhm.
The reason we move these NPCs inside of here is that you don't have to go out, lose your crystals, lose your pets, lose whatever you have with you. You can actually just grab your quest inside. You can press the pro tip button. I'm not sure why it's rotated this oddly, but um, if you
Uh,
press the pro tip, it will give you a little bit of an insight about how to handle certain areas.
yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that in a moment. But there was a very important thing brought up in chat. And Chaos, I also have this complaint. This isn't RGB. I don't know how this was ever approved. It needs to
I
be fixed
blame
now.
Nazi for not modifying this.
This is literally not allowed in the game. All right. But yeah. Anyway, the pro tip. This will tell you some like basic things, right? So as we all know, when you're in the dungeons, the camera gets a little messed up, right? So this will explain to people what you can do with camera zoom and stuff like that. There, /cam zoom 800. So
Yep.
that should be
There's a few
helpful.
more in different maps, and they will just help people, even veterans, to get some tips that they forgot or that they didn't even know, and will help them out in the game.
Ooh, see, look, auto
Let's
mech's a real
see.
thing, right there. See, auto mech, auto mech.
It's always fun doing these streams.
Yeah.
Let's see. So yeah, mailbox, potion cards, Grand Fury rework.
Oh,
Wanna
do
talk
we want to
about
go
that?
into that?
Yeah, I think we should, to be
Talk?
honest.
What's CT2's number?
23.
You're gonna have to explain this one because I don't know where we're at now with all that.
So yeah, let's just walk there.
Yep.
Let's party up. Yeah, the Grand Fury rework is really based around scaling difficulty of the actual fights based on how many people attend. Because we definitely had the situation where you would get 100 people into the Grand Fury arena and the boss would die in 2 seconds. And the whole intention about the Grand Fury is that it's actually a bit of a challenge to get your reward. And now what happened is that the more players that will enter the arena, the higher health the boss will have. And I can hear the screams of, well, what about the people that go AFK? Well, do not worry. There is a new prevention system that will ensure people that tend to AFK will be forced to fight the boss or provide healing. So you must do any kind of active combat in order to stay inside the arena. If you go AFK, yeah, if you go AFK or just run around and do no damage, you will be kicked. You will be warned after 10 seconds, and I believe kicked after 15 seconds or something like that. So, hey, that's funny. Dumbledore is still called Dumbledore here.
Wait, what the hell? Oh, this is unacceptable. Dumbledore, get out of here. Yeah, doesn't he have to have the same name? Whatever. Well, I guess we'll have to.
That's really odd, but okay. We'll go with that. So yeah, there's definitely a few minor visual stuff that still needs a bit of work. And I think it's fine to be completely honest here, but we had this very struggling time a little bit over a month ago with attacks on our game, and that definitely took a lot of the time of our team, which is showing in a bit of the details on season 6. But we'll fine tune throughout the next couple days, and that's just details work, guys. But yeah, we have an anti-AFK system for the Grand Fury. People that don't damage or heal will get kicked. The more people that attend, the more health the boss will get. The health is pretty much based around how much DPS someone would do if they do it themselves. I expect the fights to now take 2 to 3 minutes. But don't worry, there's no drop off in XP gained anymore. So there's a set amount of XP that you will get from the Grand Fury. As long as you survive, you get the XP. And let me let me think for a second. What was I gonna say? I'm getting a little tired.
What about the? Did you want to the buff related to King Fury?
Oh yeah, the buff. Yeah. So if you survive, you get the flat out XP. If you happen to die, which is horrible, you will still get a reward for attending, which is a 5% increased XP for 1.5 hours. So what we kind of intend to do with all these changes is to, one, make it an active gameplay scenario where you have to play Grand Fury to get something. Make it a bit of a challenge to get your XP, which is a lot of XP still. It was lowered a little bit, but compensated with the 5% XP buff if you continue playing afterwards.
Mhm.
So if you get back to your map after that with the 5% XP buff, you're getting that little extra from the time that you're investing after Grand Fury. So I believe the XP buff doesn't pause. So this is really made to, help you out in the field right after the Grand Fury event.
We'll
We're
have
getting a bunch
to
of questions. Let me read them. You can
we'll have to
go ahead.
confirm that pause one because I was under the impression that it is going to pause. So I think we need to double check where that ended up. Is Fury still 2 times max per day? Yes.
I hope you have balanced it so that 3 players can finish the fight meaningfully. You can even do it solo. It will be based around 1 player in the arena. If you're alone in there, you can do it. We even made it so that if there's if there's less than 2 people in the arena, there will be no ads. If there's 3, there will be 1 ad or 2, and it scales up until 5 or 6. I believe 6 ads is the maximum. So if you're alone and it's midnight or whatever, everybody's asleep, you can do the arena. You just have to tank all of the damage, and it's a bit of a challenge, but it's a fun challenge.
Yep.
Question: when rope buffs go off, the server lags a little bit. I believe there was some changes that should optimize how rope buffs are applied, which should in theory also optimize the potential lag that it provided. However, 10, 15 seconds should be plenty to get yourself back into combat or heal or do something. I believe that should not be a problem, even if you lag for 2 seconds or 3 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, still 2 times maximum per day. The question, you can do it 3 times a day. It's actually a very interesting. No, I don't think you get the 5% XP buff either if you do it 3 times a day. That I need to confirm that with whoever programmed it. Do you know by any chance, Ash?
No, I
But
don't. I don't.
actually, it might be quite interesting. Just
Yeah,
the flat out XP is removed on the third one and 5%. Well, we'll discuss that with the team and see if that actually happens or not. But for now, it's 2 times. You get the XP, you get the 5% XP bonus.
Arkai, I've been seeing your question pop up. So it's not so you have to put a certain amount of agility as a mech to be able to even use a bow to begin with. When you start getting into the ranges of agility that you need to add for a mech, that's when it'll start having a negative impact. So there's no real way to like trick it or anything. You will take the HP loss just simply by putting in that agility. That's just how it's going to be.
Is there a chance this AFK system works everywhere? No, it does not. Right now, we could do this because Grand Fury is a separate kind of system that will, keep track of that. And I don't think it's that easily added onto other parts of the game yet. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, because Fury's an arena, right? It's like separated from everything. If we're doing it
Yeah.
in other aspects of the game, it's very hard to distinguish what is the zone that we're counting people to
and it's really it's a
participating.
mini game, right? So you're signed up into a mini game, and the mini game itself is doing these kinds of things, right? So there's still a bit of but you can definitely see that this is all stuff that we're testing out, figuring out what we can do with it, how we can utilize it, right? It's every time it's a step forward, everyone.
Mhm. Always
Um,
making advancements.
yeah. The question if Fury will happen more often, no, it will not. And that is because we don't want to spread the player load around all of these. Oh, actually,
We don't need
you're
to worry
making kind
about
of
player
sense.
spread anymore. I
Yeah,
didn't
you're
thought
making
about
a
that.
lot of sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're making a lot of sense.
I
No
I
one
was
of us thought about that.
Yeah, I
Uh,
now that you got brought up, I was gonna mention it after the stream. Now I was like, we don't need to do this anymore.
So I'm gonna have to explain because we're reading one chat and there's two chats. So Rolex here on the Twitch chat is telling us that Fury could in theory happen more often now because even if there's few attendees, you could still make it work. So I believe that actually might be a good suggestion. Yep, exactly. I don't think it's gonna happen by tomorrow's patch, but you know we definitely will keep that in mind. Thank you very much,
Well,
Rolex.
fortunately, we have a couple days with, well, at least a day, before people get to Fury. So we got
It's a
got a
very
little
good
bit of time to
suggestion.
work with. So cool.
Only one Fury give gold.
Mm,
I mean, this is not for discussion on the stream, everyone.
yeah, yeah.
We'll take the advice. We will take the suggestion. We'll discuss it with the team. Thank you very much. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah. Do you have anything else?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing Fury. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's see. Let me make sure my skills are right here. I am definitely not 100% on the build that I want to be on.
Uh-oh. Here you go.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
right off the bat, you can see the health of the boss is at a very more acceptable way. Oh, we're getting my AFK trigger. Uh-oh. You can see there's only one ad because we're with two guys. Let's actually kill that guy.
I have a bow. I do have a bow. Okay, good.
I see a potential. It's okay.
See? Look, AutoMech's real. I'm just gonna keep commenting on that.
I don't want to lie doing this.
Please do. Please do. It'll make for good content.
I'm using a one-hander here, so that I don't die. And it's the unique one-hander, so it's not that strong.
You gotta throw for content, Chaos. Gotta throw for content.
Okay, 200, go.
But you can already see this is definitely a lot more doable.
Yep.
With two people than it would have been in the past. That's for sure. Also, keep in mind we're both level 100, so we're fighting the 100 version.
Yep. But yeah, you can tell that the overall fight is way more of a challenge, and that's purely to make it more interesting, make it an actual thing, because I am bad.
Yes.
I'm bad at this.
It's okay. We're only all slightly judging you. Well, anyway, I don't think anybody wants to sit here for the next multiple minutes watching me fighting 1v1ing this thing, but you guys get the point.
Yeah, just kill it.
We're just gonna. Oh yeah, I suppose like. Oh yeah, you know what? I'll just let it kill me. Let me just fail.
I actually just discovered an interesting bug by me dying, so we're gonna definitely forward that to the dev right away and get that fixed before tomorrow. But the AFK trigger is still triggering once you're outside of King Fury. At least it did for me.
Oh, well,
Is it
that
for
would be
you?
unfortunate. No, I didn't get anything. Well, at least.
Oh,
well,
okay.
yeah. I should mention. Should I mention the Knight, Holy Body thing? Well, I've already mentioned Holy Body now.
Oh, that's a very good
That's
idea.
a big change that we should probably mention.
I totally forgot about mentioning that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Holy Body, we all know Knight's Holy Body, the one that heals everybody in the party. It's received a bit of a nerf, I guess you could call it. So how it's going to work now is it still does the same healing. But what happens is if you hit multiple targets with it, so you use one AoE, it will only heal once. Before, it was healing everybody for every monster that got hit. But now it's only gonna heal for that very first monster it hits as part of that AoE. This is gonna help substantially with balancing that, because that was a big reason why it was kind of broken. So something to note.
Oh, you have the buff now, right?
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
on
have
the
the
net.
buff.
Oh, I have the, yeah, okay, here's the Fury XP buff, 5%, because I showed up.
Just an attending buff.
Yep.
Is priest support heal viable? I mean, with a longer lasting fight in the Grand Fury, it might actually start to be interesting to be that healer priest for the party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Chaos, right now it is set to pause in town. And I'm pretty sure that is what we decided upon. Was pause
Oh,
in
we
town.
did? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
they
here's
don't
the
stack,
thing.
right? So
It does not stack. So it will pause in town, but when you go do it again, it'll override it. It'll delete the one you have and add a new one. That's an hour and a half.
yeah. So you get to decide when to use it. That's probably because people do Fury before work and stuff like that. And we
Yes,
don't
that
wanna...
was why we decided to go that approach, because people will do Fury, they'll fit it into their day, and then they'll go do something else and play later. So
Yep, makes sense. You fully explained how Holy Body works, right?
yes, it did.
Okay.
No, doesn't seem like there's any questions. So
okay. So for now, I believe that is most of what we wanted to showcase and discuss. Sorry, that's a little bit all over the place, the live stream, but yeah, we don't have that much time to prepare a live stream like this.
still developing.
So yeah, exactly.
Still practically
And that's all because of the extra delays a little bit over a month ago with all the ongoing stuff on Babel that we had to sort out first. And we did want to push out a season, and we're gonna push out a season, and it's gonna be good.
Yep.
Make a premium option, world buffs all in one world buff button. That's actually not a bad suggestion. So we're not gonna end the stream just yet because I want to give everyone the opportunity to ask a few questions, if you're right with that, Ash, and then
no, I hate answering questions from people. I don't think we should do that. We should just move
goodbye.
on.
It was fun.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody. See ya.
So come ahead, bring your questions, and we're gonna answer them the best we can.
Ask
I
now,
like
because
your
we
idea,
won't.
Massacre.
Ask now, because we won't answer any questions between now and tomorrow. I'm just kidding.
Please look at tickets. No, I will not do that right now. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry for people that have had a ticket up this week, but there's just so many things going on that I have been a little slow on tickets.
You're fired.
Dang it. Show us Priestess and Mage. I don't think there's going to be any interesting changes on Priestess and Mage. There's just going to be value rebalances, and we'll have to wait for the patch notes for that.
Loretto, to answer that question, this season, our intent for balance changes mid-season will be to do an update, to have like one day of the week dedicated to updates, assuming it's not something like horribly bad that we need to fix right then and there. Right, Chaos? Wasn't that the decision we settled on for
yeah,
dealing with that kind of stuff this season?
So we have had two very different kind of approaches in the past 2 seasons how we handled updates. Season 4 we were on top of updating on the go every day, making changes. People didn't like that. We went to season 5, then we just were like, this is what you get, this is how the classes will work, this is how the balance will be. And then that also didn't work out because there was definitely some balance changes that were needed. We knew that, but we were trying out the strategy of how it would be most fun and pleasant for the players. So for this season we have decided that, I believe I'm not gonna name a day yet, but 1 day per week we will have a patch, unless it is crucial that a patch happens earlier. But for example, every Wednesday you will have a patch with potentially needed changes. That's very good on Ash.
Yep, trying to hit it the middle.
Yeah,
Hopefully that'll be the
yeah,
best
exactly.
of both
Yeah, exactly. So you don't want to be on the go updating, unless it's crucial, game breaking, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but if it's a slight balance change or a slight, few monster changes or whatever, you can expect them on a weekly basis. Any rework on Blast Castle? Well, there has been a recent update on Blast Castle where you get kill streaks, kill feeds, and a bunch of different kinds of alerts, which is just to make it a bit more fun. And in Season 6, there's titles to be obtained by doing Blast Castle with your clan.
Mm-hmm. Arkai, there's no way to bypass it. You will not be able to bypass the nerf that it's going to give to you when you put in that agi. There's no way. Impossible.
Any other milestones and rewards too? Yeah, for sure. Oh, I don't have it here.
I did. What else can you say about pure builds? They have low health. That would be what I'd say about pure builds.
So here's your pet skin for the season.
See?
So last season was Mecha Hopi. So the only obvious thing we could do is to go to the first map of the amazing Morians, and you can get the Mad Gig Rabi. And these skins are unique. You cannot get them in any different way. They're seasonal bound. A Rabi on drugs.
Yeah, this
Exactly.
Rabi is high as hell. Holy crap.
Apart from the Rabi, you will get a I don't even remember how many days, but you get the premium system with this to run the pet system on Babel for quite a very long time after that. Let's see. Oh yeah, titles. We have the contender. We have the legend and participant titles for reaching the level threshold that we set every season. So I believe level 100 is the legend title, or level 102. All this kind of information is going to be available on the website. Thoughts about adding a dungeon system? Yes, that's definitely in our pipeline to be done. Yeah.
Done in a way that makes sense for Pristontale. I'm gonna put that asterisk.
Oh yeah. Executed in a better way than, for example, Ghost Castle is in many other projects, because those things are boring, and we definitely have a way different point of view on how we want dungeons to be in Pristontale.
It's good to take things that are good in other games, but you also need to make sure that they adapt to the way Pristontale plays. Because as most of us know, Pristontale does not play like most games. So
yeah,
you need to shift things to a way that makes sense within Pristontale. So
I'm hoping fewer quests and a bit more XP from monsters. I don't think I can say that is right. Fun gameplay. However, oh yeah, the 9x gameplay change is a good question. I was actually gonna mention that right now. In Pristontale, there is a significant XP requirement jump at level 98 to 90, or 90. Like once you hit 90, you need a significant more amount of XP to get 91 compared to the usual climb in XP. So what we did to make that feel less of a burden, because there were a lot of people that would feel like 9x was getting extremely slower compared to before that. We have, how would you say that, flattened that curve out a little bit and made it more linear. So I I don't believe the overall leveling is going to be much faster, but it will feel more more pleasant when you get to those levels. I guess that was the best way to explain it.
The new legendary items will only drop monsters level 30 to 40. They will actually drop from maps level 20 to 40, is what the plan is right now.
There's no season costume. It's the pet that you can see on screen right now. Make a Master Apprentice system where 9x players can partner with 3x players. There's so many cool ideas, Massacre, that we have written down, and there's so many cool systems that we have planned, and let's not go into too many details because the list is endless with the amount of ideas that we have for this game.
The list is quite literally endless. Speaking of which, anybody wants to develop on the game?
Let's see if we can start rounding things up. See if there's any questions that need answering. I wish the leveling would go a bit faster in late game. Well, as we said, Jeffrey, the curve has been smoothened a little bit at 9x plus, so it might feel better in this turnaround this season.
Will the XP table adjust have an impact on existing 9x characters when season merge? It shouldn't, right, Chaos?
Good. No, okay. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not the amount of XP you need, but it's the amount of XP that you're getting in those areas.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do drop from level 20 to 40. Velk.
We're all playing in season
That's exactly what I was planning. Level 20 to 40. I'm playing S6. I'm gonna play an archer, so I can play pure. If you want to watch pure archer, then I guess watch my stream, because I probably will stream. I don't think I'm gonna stream tomorrow, just because I want to be on the developer stuff in case anything happens. But I'm sure I'll stream the season like normal. What's the percent of legendary drops? I don't know if numbers go that low.
We're not giving numbers.
Yeah, we're not giving numbers. That was my joke of saying we're not.
Oh, I get it now. Yeah. I was reading the 0.001%, and you were like, do numbers go that low? So in other words, 9x mobs give more XP compared to less scene. It's a bit more complex than that, but let's go with that answer. Yeah. I don't see any like new questions popping up. We're kind of getting into a loop right here. So yeah, I appreciate everyone being here. This was Ash and Chaos of Pristontale EU, and we hope to see all of you on season 6. I had a blast doing this stream. It was a little bit unorganized. We're sorry for that part, but I believe we mentioned everything we could tonight. Oh, that's actually one more interesting question popping up. But we had an insane amount of viewers tonight. Thank you everyone for attending. Like, we can see the growth of Pristontale EU in the last few months. It's been immense. I would dare to say that we're starting to become one of the biggest Pristontale communities out there, which is it was amazing. Thanks to you guys. I want to answer this question real quick, and then I'm going to give the word to you, Ash. Are there any plans to do some sort of tutorial or documentation how to program PT? There is not right now. We're aware that we want more developers, but there's also a very big and difficult way to get into developing Pristontale because of how big a MMO source code is. So there's a bit of issues there, and we're also programming a lot limitations a lot because of assembly. But I'm not gonna go much further into that. 22 hours from now, 22 hours from now, right, Ash?
That should be it.
The timer is on the website. Timer's on the website. So, if you want to know the exact time and time zones confuse you, just look at the countdown on the front page. Is the new game code still in plans? Yes, it is, and it is being worked on, and it is it has made good progress. and it's still going to happen. So 22 hours. Ash, I'm gonna give the word to you. Thanks everybody.
Yep. So yeah, 22 hours from now. So I figured the best way we could end this stream is to watch what is probably the hypest thing ever to explain the season, and that would be the seasonal preview video that got released like a week ago. So we'll just watch that on the outro, and we'll head off. And thank you everybody for coming by. We will see
Thanks for
you
watching.
tomorrow in game for another wonderful season of Pristontale EU. Take care, everybody.